Oh man, laughter. That's what keeps the soul young. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know they say, the old heads in my culture, they say when you laugh like really hard, they say, oh, you gonna add years onto your life. Well,
add years?
Shoot, yeah, you add years to your life. Well, I'm damn near in my hundreds. I laugh every day, even when I'm sad. I laugh. Right? You feel me?
Have you ever been to the point where you're so sad you start laughing? Like you're so like.
You be so depressed, you just laugh at what you're going
through. That's all you can do, but it's more like a hysterical laugh. Like I can't believe this is happening. But
yeah, no, you just like wow. It's like you're in like disbelief. That was me earlier today. I was so mystified at the news I got today. I was just like, wow.
No, I'm not.
Well, I guess that's where we're at today.
Right.
Cool.
But hey, it's crazy because overall, like, I feel like we still had a pretty positive day.
Well, yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Started off well, ended well in between, and a whole bunch of stuff happened. But,
bro,
it is what it is.
All I would say is this.
Yes.
Them du'as be working.
Yes.
If you guys haven't listened to the episode on the power of du'as, you should definitely go and listen to that.
Yes.
I have so many times where the power of du'as has worked. It's crazy. That's not what we're talking about today. No. Like that was just like what's currently happening right now.
Exactly.
Like, yo, it's been crazy times.
Right. Even though we're not talking about the power of the du'as, but we are talking about the power of the DMs. But before we hop into this great conversation, let's kick this joint off. My man.
You know what you gotta do, Mo?
Yes, I gotta do. Hit him with the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jabril Salam
and Muhammad Hassan,
and you will listen to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Assalamu alaikum.
We hope everybody is doing extremely well today.
Super well.
Another beautiful hump day.
Hey, blessings.
Yeah.
Hey, if you woke up today, you winning.
Hey,
and that's a good greeting for all of our new listeners and all of our old listeners. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Holla at us.
Look, another day to be blessed or be a blessing.
And another day to receive a DM. You know how it is these days, man.
Get blessed.
Yes. We're talking Messenger on the Facebook. We're talking about the direct message on Instagram.
We're talking about that Twitter. Late night text.
You know how it is. Don't try to play dumb. We all get it. We all give it,
You're right about that.
Amen. But, I think this is a conversation that happens a lot, but we don't really talk about it a lot. It's just
how to navigate being halal.
Yes.
In a world where it's so easy just to not do it the right way.
With all those encrypted messages.
How do you slide in DMs halal style?
The halal style.
Yeah. We posted up something not too long ago, and people we asked like, what do you guys want to kind of know about? And a lot of people were like, yeah, like we want to know how do we navigate talking to people on social media and keeping it halal. Sounds like some of you guys are out there wilding out, but I get it. People out here like, oh my God, I don't know how to control myself. I can send a girl a message anytime I want.
Right, let's reel it back in.
Yeah. But you know what? It's not just the guys, it's also the girls. Look, let me tell you the story. So I'm on the phone with Shorty, who I slid in her DMs halal style.
Yes.
It was on point. We're talking, vibe is right. Cool.
What is halal style for those that may not know?
Halal style means that you did not come in some crazy stuff. You ain't sent her no nudes or no, like you didn't come in reckless. Like you just said, hey, like you just talked to her and you got to know her on the real like friendly tip.
Yes.
But not like that awkward, weird friendly tip. Yes, like you just like, hey, how's it going? Assalamu alaikum, hope you're doing well. And then you have a conversation and then it continues and it matures.
Because you can legitimately admire her work.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You admire her work, or like maybe she has a picture and you're just like, mashallah, and she's like, I know. And you're like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I'm talking to this girl, right? I'm on the phone with her, and then someone else calls. So I was like, hey, I got a phone call, and I don't recognize this number. It's coming from Minnesota.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I don't know many people in Minnesota, right? So I answer the phone, and this girl hops on the phone. And she's like, is this Jabril Salam? First off, I'm like, yo, hold up. People call, this is it's damn near 1 in the morning. What? It's like 12 midnight, 1 in the morning. Who is calling me? This better not be a bill collector. This better not be Sally Mae.
But like, is this ICE? calling by my government. Who is this?
I was confused, all sorts of confused, right? So I'm like, yeah, this is him. But who is this? She's like, oh, this is a fan, and I just wanted to shoot my shot.
Dang.
Can I get the number to your Wally? I want to know what's up. And I was like,
she hit the jump back fadeaway shot.
Bro, she hit me with the Kobe fadeaway. Like, and I was just like,
quick release.
Like I was confused, but I was almost a little bit angry because I'm like, well, first off, who in their right mind is going to hit somebody up this late? First off,
yeah.
Granted, I was on the phone, but like, who's going to hit somebody? Who's going to slide into someone's phone? She didn't even slide my DM. She slid in my freaking contact.
Yes.
And
Sally.
And was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Nah, babes, I'm not feeling that right. That can't do it." So
do it.
What I did was I was like, "Look, talk to me in the morning." Ended up talking with her. She was really cool.
That was very respectful of you.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, because I was like, hey, look, like now isn't the best time. I'm actually on the phone right now.
Yeah.
Let's just like talk in the morning. So I text her afterwards and I was like, who is this? First of all, like I'm not trying to play mystery match. Like, who is this? That way, and how'd you get my number? Turns out that was my dumb mistake. I forgot that my number was accessible. So do not call me, people. But yeah, so like I ended up talking with her, texting her. I gave her another call. I found out who she was. Yeah. And she's probably listening to this right now. And we already talked. I told her I was going to use this story, so don't be alarmed, anybody. But it was like it was funny because I was like, dang, like it's so crazy how sliding in someone's DM or like hitting them up is just such a norm now, and a lot of people don't know how to actually do it in a way that's not creepy, in a way that's not just like what's the word I'm looking for? In a way that's not like savage.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yeah, like super aggressive. Like super forward. It's not super forward.
Because we have listeners that aren't Muslim as well, so they're like, hey, I'm not Muslim, so halal may not represent me. You know what I mean? And my people, but it's all about how you approach it, the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Yeah, so man. It's just like if you're going in and wild and saying stuff, and if you're hitting somebody up and they're not responding, one, they may be busy, or two, they just may not be interested. They may just not be interested. You feel me? So it's like
turn yourself up a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
How about now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, they may just not be interested. So there is different ways to approach things because it's all about how you say it, not what you say. I think it's a little bit of both. But I like your story because you were really upfront, you were honest, and at the end of the day, you were very respectful for her.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't try to expose her.
No.
You weren't saying that, oh, look at this right here, like, oh, what's going on there? Because that right there, I think that's the worst thing you could do. Because she was a one-on-one thing, keep it that way, and then you kept it moving, which she did. But you had a mutual agreement, as in like, hey.
Yeah, because and I think like, and it wasn't so I haven't told anybody. You were there with me when it happened. When I talked to her the next day. So it was just like, yo, like, because I was curious. We were trying to figure out like who this person was. They had us playing. What's that board game? Guess Who?
Oh my God, I like
playing
game.
Guess Who, right? So like, in that situation, I was like, look, like it's okay to jump in the DMs, but there is a limit to how you guys have to do it. First of all, you got to make sure that it's someone who you're kind of like in a little bit of contact with. Like you can't cold call somebody in the DMs. Let's get this straight. So brothers out here,
or try to give dawah on the DM.
Yeah, like mashallah, Allah in the sense. Like, look, bro, just be straight up. Be like, look, I think my name is X, Y, Z. How are you doing today? Like, don't start off with a marriage proposal. Don't start off with like, here's a contract for our marriage.
Because you want to do that to somebody in person.
Exactly.
So like,
that same energy.
Social media right now is as close to reality as we can get. You feel me? Because it's in real time. For me, they may not respond in real time, but they see it in real time. They get the message in real time. So when you're talking to somebody, you're talking to them in real time. So you wouldn't act that way. So act the same way. Because at the end of the day, past that interaction socially, you have to meet them personally. Right? You gotta meet them in person. They're gonna figure it out then, and you don't want to be exposed in person.
Exactly. And I think I've said before, like, it has to be organic, just like it would be in a normal setting.
Exactly.
Like, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, you don't say, hey, like, I want to get to know you. You just get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's my intentions with you. Like, yo, like if you don't calm your 1920s self down, like, bro, like, let's go out to the watering hole. Like, nah, if you don't get out of here with all that, like, bro, and this goes for girls and for guys, you gotta just be cool about it. Like, and this goes for anybody that slides in either one of our DMs, that slides, and when we slide other DMs, like, bro, you can't be coming with the whole, like, I brought you flowers and I love you. Like, dog, you don't know this person. You know their pictures. You know their videos and their story. You get a glimpse of them. Now, you can have a crush on somebody, and you can, like, look, you want to know the best way to do it. You got to comment on their story a little bit. And then
this is gold, bro.
Look, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown. You comment in the story a little bit here and there, not all the time. Don't be creepy. Just notice what they're doing. Like their pictures, comment on a picture here and there, but don't be creepy. It's not even creepy anymore to like every picture that someone posts, because we post so often. And if you've been following somebody for a while, like, you like all their stuff, right? Cool, there's nothing creepy about that, but it's creepy when you go to the umpteenth power. So I would just say, chill out, like within moderation, comment within moderation, and become familiar with this person after you guys establish some sort of contact. Now, once you guys have that contact, she knows who you are, or she knows who you are, whichever the the roles are, then you can just be like, hey, like, I like your vibe, and like, I think what you're doing is really dope. Could you tell me more about what you do? Learn about this person.
Yes, I like that.
Learn about who this person is, what they do, and you just gotta like ease that barrier down a little bit. You feel me? Ease the barrier, keeping it halal style, baby. You learn a little bit about the person, but you don't want to come out full blown and strong. Now, I'm giving y'all some heavy game, but you got to learn how to use it the right way.
But how about those individuals that come off as, hey, if you're going to approach me, you need to come serious and strong. But even that way, everything is done in a delicate manner, So even if somebody wants you to come in strong and be serious about it, you be really peaceful about it, very gentle. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's nice to meet you.
Exactly.
You approach it the same way everywhere. Like, it doesn't, even if I know, like we got DM, someone DM the page and they're like, hey, are you guys single? Right?
Yeah.
We're like, yes. So you said, she was like, hey, I got some, I may be interested, or I know some people that may be interested, so on and so forth. What do you guys think? And it was like, I mean, why not? It's like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I heard you were interested, so here is my resume right here. And let me know if that checks off your list. I mean, for me anyways, that's not how it is. Like, it has to be something where it's like, we can talk and we can get to know each other. I can find out what your ambitions are, what's your goals, what like what are your values, what's your value system, what's your morals like. What's some things that you've been through? Have you been like, you got to really figure out a person before you can be like, I want to marry you. Like, because at the end of the day, you find that a lot of these Muslim dudes are just trying to get married based off of superficial values, looks, materialism. Like, that stuff doesn't matter.
Things that won't benefit them.
What's in the brain, cuz? What is in her brain?
Yeah. So I think social media helps a little bit, because you can figure out what somebody's into, what type of events or conferences that they may be at that you could potentially go to.
Doesn't mean stalk them.
No, definitely, yes. Jabril, exactly right. That's not what I'm saying. Social media definitely is a good resource, but it can definitely be a very, very, very powerful tool.
Yeah.
So make sure you just use it wisely.
So I'll ask you this. Do you think that when, as you said, right, like, you're looking at what this person is into, you're assessing it, should you try to do the things that they're into, or should you just be like, I like doing this stuff, and maybe if they like doing this stuff, it could be something that works out? Or do you try and take an interest in what they're doing, and if you gain a little bit of knowing of it, then you try and, like, if Shorty's going to like a Comic-Con, you've never been to Comic-Con before, should you try and go to stuff like that? Or should you just be like, well, that's not really me, I'm not going to try and meet there? How would you approach that?
I mean, I think that's a really, really good question. I think it can go both ways, because if that's something she's really interested about and she's passionate about, when she goes there, she'll be happy. She'll be around people that kind of she gels with, right? And from that standpoint, you're like, you got to take some interest in it, because that can be a conversation starter.
That could be an end.
That could be an end. You know, I don't want to kind of compare this to sales, but when I'm selling, I listen to people. When I find something that they like, I talk about it because I pinpoint it because, you know, it can be a pain point or it can be whatever. Once they talking about that, they may not stop. So that conversation can spill into another conversation. They can spill into another conversation, you know. But you just got to find that gateway. I guess like in football, once you find that hole, like you hit that hole, you know, you might not find another one, right? So at that point, it's like, okay. But then you let her know, like, hey, look, this is awesome. But tell them, like, hey, that's not really me. But, you know, I like your passion. I like what you're doing. This is cool. These are the things that I like. She may like them or she may not, but she's going to do the same thing. She's going to find interest in those things as well.
So this part of it has to come after you've already kind of established some sort of liking with her, right? Like y'all two are already talking. This isn't like you just been stalking and then like you're like,
you should be coming like, hey.
Yeah, so
I knew you were going to be here. What? You posted it, right? On social. Instagram.
It was for everybody's knowledge.
You're the one with the underscore in the middle, right? Yeah.
Oh my god. Yo, that just sounded creepy.
No, but yeah, there has to be some sort of rapport built up.
Okay, got you. So what is your approach to sliding to a DM? Halal style.
Halal. For me, I mean, I think it goes... I think it depends, like, what I want. It's like if I really want to get to know somebody and I don't know anything about them. Like, I don't know anything about them.
So what are you basing sliding into DMs for then?
What you mean?
So you're saying you don't know anything about them, but you're going to slide the DM.
No, if I don't know anything about them and they don't know anything about me, what I need is a referral. Right? I need a referral. I keep, you know, I've been selling my whole life, so I can say it's a warm lead. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just taking the book terminology from work, applying to the relationship. I love it.
It's a warm lead. I'd rather go in somewhere warm than cold. So, for example, if somebody else knows me pretty well and they're mutual friends, I'm like, hey, look, there's this person. Do you know anything about it? Yeah, that's my good friend. Okay, awesome.
Espionage. You need a spy.
You need a spy. So, you know, and then from there, they'll let you know, like, hey, I think that may be a good fit for you. I don't think that may be. Then once that person talks, that other person tells you a little bit more. Next thing you know, you may see that she follows you. She goes on your page, and at that point, all right.
Oh, you're different from me. 'Cause I'll take cold. Even though what's funny though, I actually like doing the cold calling. because I don't have an issue with breaking the ice. So I think it's the message depends on like the message right now. It depends on your vibe and how you get to know people. Because me, I can go to a random place and get to know somebody and make friends easy. Yeah. Right, you can't get no referrals on nobody that you know. I need an introduction. When I walk in. Yeah. This is Mohammed Hassan of the Ridge, aka the town.
Like the old ages,
the on Black Knight, like Black Knight,
the Dark Ages.
Boom boom.
Coming in at 6 foot. What do you say? Point guard.
What is it with Jamal or something?
Jamal. But anyway.
Yeah, that was actually a very good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yo, my dad actually got that movie on bootleg.
Oh my god.
Bro, we kept the movie just because it was so bad.
That's a classic though.
Bro, there's no more bad bootlegs. Like I don't want a good quality bootleg. Who gets a bootleg for it to be good quality?
Oh my god, yeah, bro. You can have to take it offline.
There literally was a dude whose head, like, you know how they used to joke? This dude's head was cutting off like the bottom half of the screen, bro. And we're like, bro. The man literally had the camera like doing his shit.
Hustling.
Oh man, I was like, first of all, hold up.
That is illegal.
It is illegal. Piracy is not a victimless crime. Yes. Everybody, it can hurt many. Actually, it is. That's all BS. The only people that it hurts are, well, actually, no, I'm not gonna say it because people work hard for those movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that takes money out of people's babies' mouths.
Exactly. And stuff. You know how it go.
Yeah, please. Bootleg, man, never hurt nobody.
So, now that we talked about that, a little bit of approach, how do you turn individuals down? What is your... You know, if you find somebody that you feel may be along the lines of El Creepy.
You said this earlier. You don't turn nothing down.
That point was for him. I'm glad.
You're right.
No, like how? You know, like what? Or you just that person, like why?
So for me, on the serious tip, me, I don't turn people down. The reason why is because I don't know what anything can lead into. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, let's say like we're getting to know each other, but it doesn't work out. But like, yo, you're cool, and we may be able to work together in the future. Like, just because we aren't getting married doesn't mean that we can't have a relationship later on that isn't romantic, right? So I look at that. I see value in people.
I like that.
Right? But if it is someone who's just like really, there is no value outside the relationship besides them saying like, hey, I just want to get to know you, to like marry you, have kids and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just like, first off, I wane off a little bit. You have to wane off. I don't ghost. Let me look directly in the camera. Ghosting is horrible.
Yes.
If you are ghosting people, you are a very twisted
ghosting anybody,
individual.
Men, women, just your friends. You know what I'm saying?
You are horrible, and you deserve the worst. Ghosting is horrible. I hate people that ghost. It's because it's disrespectful. It's like, yo, if we're investing this time in one another, getting to know one another, why are you just going to disrespect me and ghost me? Like, just stop talking to me.
Because somebody's reaching out to you. They care about you. Like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No point
So you can't be callous to other people's feelings. Now, it depends. Like, if there's someone that's like borderline stalker and they're doing too much, cool. And as you get older, you kind of mature and learn that stuff, right? Like, my game is obviously switched up since I was younger, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
I hope, right?
Hope you would.
Well, I've always just been this smooth.
Hey, get him.
So yeah, like if I'm talking with an individual and her and I, like, we're talking and I feel like it's not going somewhere, you know, I kind of just wane off a little bit and I keep in contact, but I just kind of talk a little bit less. But I'll still keep in contact. And then I just let the feelings kind of flatten out a bit. So I don't directly say I'm not interested, but I kind of let the process slow down to the point where it's like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. But I don't try and draw it out for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Okay. That's good though.
However,
so you don't lead people on.
Yeah, so that's through DMs.
Yeah.
Now, I have gone from DMs, right, to it being like an in-person, like, you know, going out and getting to know each other thing. And that was a situation where it was like, hey, like, this just, it can't go anywhere from here. You know
that's
what
good.
I'm saying? Yeah, like, you have to have a serious.
That takes a lot.
Yeah, bro, it's hard. Those conversations are not easy. So that's in person. But as far as DM goes, you know, you have the liberty of not really having to see that person. So you can kind of just like, you know, you can slow down a little bit and like see where the feelings go. But if the person asks you like, hey, like, what's up? Like, where do you see this? You can just seriously just be like, hey, look, like, I really like you. I think you're a great person. But I don't think it's going to be a good fit because, and give reason, just like, because
give reasons, yes.
Because, you know, I'm looking for this, or like I work and I need somebody that can do X, Y, Z. And,
I'm just not ready to do, like, I'm not at that point in my life to take on somebody, you know?
Damn, Mo got it. You got it, Mo.
Just telling them the truth, really.
What about you? How have you kind of shot down that slid through the DMs?
I mean,
how'd you keep them sliding out the window?
It depends on where they're sliding from. I mean, you get some people that come from just international, people hitting me up from Egypt, just straight Arabic, and I'm just,
you're like, I can't read it no way, so
I'm like, they're like, oh yes, have I seen you here? I'm like, we've never met, like, you know what I mean? So, but from them, like, hey, look, you know, like, hope all is well. I still, you know, try to keep a conversation, but if it's somebody, like I said, what are the chances I'm gonna meet them or do anything with them? Exactly, hey, look, I'm not interested, but, you know, hope all is well. Hope that God blesses you in your journey, and just you find somebody and they're cool with it, because, like, cool.
Do you cut that early, or is that something like you try and talk to them for a little bit and then you're like, this is kind of pointless?
Yeah, I mean, I cut them early because, like, I know what I want, you know? So when I'm not saying I know what I want, like, oh, I'm ready to marry this person, but it's like, I know what I want in regards to just compatibility, and I know this person wouldn't match me. So, hey, look, from there, I don't want to waste your time.
But in order to do that, you have to get to know them a little bit first.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But if, like you said, they'll approach you. If they come off really strong and kind of creepy, I'm just like,
it's a turn off.
It's a turn off. I'm like, look, nah, that's not.
Girls can be like very forward.
Yeah, bro.
Girls can be like, when I got that call, I was automatically like, all right, come on, bro. Like, come on, dog. Come on, man.
But in person though, definitely is a lot harder. But like you said, like, I would definitely finish, like, for all going out in a group. Like, I wouldn't be disrespectful and leave right then and there, you know. Finish everything at the end of the night. Be like, hey, look, it was cool meeting up and everything. But that's, I mean, I've done that before. Gone out with a group and like, hey, look, the person that you were trying to, you know, hook me up with or whatever, just I don't think it'd be a good fit, you know. But
so I actually had, you remember the instance that I had like late last year?
Oh, yes, I do.
I was on a I don't want to say too much,
yeah,
you know, but I was in a situation where multiple people tried to hook me up with this person. They tried to set me up, but they tried to do it sneakily, and it really upset me because I don't like being set up.
Yeah.
I do not like being set up. Because as I said, like, I feel as though if there's one thing, if you're like, hey, like, you should get to know this person, might be interesting, but there was no interest for me. Like, there was no spark. There was no like,
no spark.
Like, but seriously, though, when you meet somebody, there's either a spark or there isn't. It doesn't matter whether it's relationship or friendship, whatever it is. It starts off being somewhere, right? Yeah. So people were trying to set me up, and I felt like an idiot because I got to the point where I was in this setting with this person, and it dawned on me like, bruh, everybody that I'm around right now is trying to set me up with this person. Yeah. And it made me very uncomfortable because I was like, I didn't come here for this.
Exactly. That wasn't your intention.
Exactly. It wasn't in my intention, but it was in everybody else's intention that set me up to be where I was at that moment. And I didn't like it. So that was an instance where it was like, it wasn't a DM, right? But it was one of those things where somebody was shooting their shot without my blessing. Ooh. Someone was shooting the shot for someone else without my blessing. You know what I'm saying? It was like there was an ulterior motive, and I didn't like that. So what I can say to any of you guys who are trying to get to know somebody, who wants to do this the halal way, is make sure you're being real with somebody. Yeah. Like, if you want to get to know somebody, cool, get to know them. But when it comes to that time, we're like, hey, like, I like you. Yeah. Like, you want to, what's up? Like, how do you feel about me? Like, do you think we can, would you like to continue down this road of getting to know one another? If the answer is no, then it's like, okay, cool, that's not a problem. And then you have a friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But don't stop talking to somebody and be like, oh, like, we're not getting married, so I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
No, I mean, I definitely agree, especially what you said about the intention part, because you don't want to drag something out just because. The whole point is to go from a DM to in person, you know? And if you really want to get serious, then that's in person meeting with her friends, her family, whomever she's comfortable with, right? Then from there, you get to know them more and you move forward. The point is not to just stay on the DM. That's not the point.
Exactly. The DM is the cold calling cycle, to the point where y'all can get on the phone, y'all can video chat, depending on where y'all are, and then y'all can actually get to know each other.
And you have to see the women. If you want to marry somebody, you have to see them. Even a prophet, you know, peace and praise be upon him, in the hadith of, I think it was Ahmed, he said, go and look at her, the woman you are considering marrying, because this will help your time together to be strengthened.
Well, and look, for nothing, they didn't have, look, first of all, they didn't have no phones back then.
Exactly.
They didn't have no picture phones. Yep. You don't about to shoot me a picture of your sister.
Nope.
So it's like, you got it. We have the people say, oh, sliding in DMs, that's haram. But like, bro, let's be real about it. How else are you going to, one, get to know somebody, and then two, this world is so vast and there's billions of us. Yeah. Right? There's billions of us. If you didn't utilize the power of social media and of apps like the Muslim apps that are out there, right? Or even stuff like Match.com, these resources are there for us to utilize them to get to know someone that maybe we would not have met if we didn't have these resources, if we didn't have this technology.
Good point.
Right? But understand how to properly use them, not even necessary to be halal, but just to build up good, real relationships. Don't slide in shorty's DM talking reckless. You know what I'm saying? And then when she denies you, you throw a fit.
Exactly.
You know, right. That was an instance with know, someone who we mentioned in this podcast, when it came to like cloud chasing and stuff, right? Where it was like, dude was spazzing out on shorties because they weren't doing what he wanted and they weren't reacting how he wanted. But if anything, he got exposed big time because he was acting reckless through the DMs.
And the internet will do that to you. Whatever is put into the universe of the internet will be there forever. So also to keep in mind about these DMs is that be conscious of what you post, because you can't take that back, or maybe you can. I think they have that function how we can take back DMs, but they can screenshot that joint. So
yeah, you better be quick. If you're gonna write something reckless, you better take it back quick,
or don't do it at all.
Yeah, or write a bunch of like, you know, like you mess up and you're like, oh snap, I want to screenshot. You just like send a bunch of stuff and then you go up and you delete it, so she doesn't have time to
Yeah, you got them Twitter fingers, like, you know,
right? You just gotta hurt. Yeah, so but yeah, man, I think going into the DMs is a very easy thing to do. Just make sure
and abuse.
Yeah, it's a very easy thing to make good of it, but also easy to abuse. So just make sure before you guys go into people's DMs, you know, you're just going in with the intent to get to know somebody, not to marry somebody.
Yes.
It's the first step of a very long and sometimes joyous process.
Ta-da.
All right. Well, I think we're done here, Mo.
Yeah. So if you experience anything that we said or just have a different DM story, hit us up. Instagram, DM us on Instagram and Twitter. Young,
DM us with the halal style.
Muslim, that's Young and Muslim. All right, hit us up. And where can they listen to us, Jabrili bro?
Wow, I'm glad you asked me that, Mo. They can find us on YouTube to listen or to watch. They can listen to us on SoundCloud as well as Apple Podcasts and Apple iTunes, which I think iTunes is actually going to be ending very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can listen to us on there. Or
we'll have our own app by that time.
Exactly. Or you can listen to us on any of the Google apps. So Google Play, Castbox, Stitcher Radio. You can listen to us on basically anything. Google us. You'll find us. Find us on Facebook. We're all over the place, guys. So make sure you guys check us out. DM us. Let us know how you like this episode or any episode. And,
comment.
Yeah, comment, like, subscribe. You already know. As we say on every episode, we love engaging with you guys. With this month, again, every Friday, we want to go live with you guys.
Audience.
You guys have been putting in, I keep saying you guys, putting in the work and the time to actually meet with us, talk with us, and we're loving it. We're loving the time that we get to talk with you and understand you more and understand that you guys are very similar to who we are.
Absolutely.
So with that, we've been talking for the last, all right, man, I butchered that. So for the last 32 minutes, you have been listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast. I'm Jabril Salam.
Muhammad Hassan.
And we greet you with the greens of peace.
As-salam.
Wa alaikum.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Out. Masalam.
I gotta change it.